Hello, it is time for another BooktubeSFF Babbles. So, if you're new or you've missed my other videos, the BooktubeSFF Awards season is upon us. This is where a bunch of booktubers who read fantasy and sci-fi had put in their nominations, and we now have a shortlist. And in, I think, May, after everyone's had a chance to read things, we will have judges vote on some. And then there's also a popular vote, I'm pretty sure, for different categories. And the categories are fantasy, science fiction, debut novels, short works, young adult, and middle grade. And this babble is about the shortlist reactions. Now, I am not a big middle grade reader or really young adult reader. I don't feel like I'm well read in that genre. I read a few here and there, but not a whole lot. So I'm only going to comment on 4 of the categories and my initial reactions to them. And so let's get into it. The fantasy category, it had 3 books. And I was kind of surprised. This category probably surprised me the most because it's the one I feel like I read the most 2019 releases in, and none of the ones I've nominated made the list, which is fine. It just, some of the ones that did, I was just surprised with. But we have Gods of Jade and Shadow, which is a pretty fun Mayan, pretty sure it's Mayan, not Aztec, sort of journey, mythical journey with a woman protagonist that I did read in January, so it's in my January wrap-up. And The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And then the third one I don't have yet is The Priory of the Orange Tree. Now the reason why I say I'm surprised is, so I've had my eye on Erin Morgenstern for a while. She has The Night Circus, and this one came out recently, but they're never shelved in the fantasy section, so I always thought they were more lighter fantasy, like more maybe whimsical, which doesn't make it less fantastical or less of a fantasy book. It just meant that I was surprised that a lot of people who read fantasy, and I just thought maybe would read high fantasy, would have those on the list, or maybe even Ninth House or something like that. So yeah, this was just kind of surprising to me, so I'm excited to see what it's about. And The Priory of the Orange Tree, I've heard such mixed reviews, so that's why I'm surprised about that one. I've heard everything from it's boring, I didn't like it, to it's my favorite book of 2019. So that one I'm going to read next month, and hopefully I'm in the latter group, and I love it, because I don't want to read for 800 pages and not like it. I should learn how to DNF books at some point. So that's the fantasy section. So that one's, you know, it's kind of nice that there's not a lot that I've read. Oh, I should probably say, so like I said earlier, I did read Gods of Jade and Shadow. It wasn't my favorite, but I also really liked it. I don't know. For me, like I said in my wrap-up, I didn't connect with the characters like I would need to make it a favorite. And that's probably a me thing. The book is really fun. I really like the integration of Mayan culture with fantasy. There's so much good here. It's just, I really need either plot or characters to shine, and I felt like both of those were middling, even though the world and the setting was like A+. So, that's my thoughts on those. And now, the next section is adult science fiction. And this one I was just excited about because I've been wanting to read more science fiction, so here I'm just like, yes, I want to read everyone's favorites and see what I like, so I'm just pure excitement. We've got Recursion. This book, I've been wanting to read Blake Crouch. I kind of wanted to read Dark Matter, but at least this gets it on my TBR, so I want to read Recursion. I mean, Dark Matter is kind of more of a sci-fi thriller, so I think this is kind of like that too. I am interested. You got this infinity figure 8 thing. I don't know. Excited. And now, but the one I'm probably most excited for in this category is A Memory Called Empire. I have only heard amazing things. Everyone is like, I love this book. This book is so good. Why is the sequel not out? So I really, really want to read it. And I want to read it right now, but I can't because I'm at the mercy of due dates at my library. But it looks so cool. And it's just mainly, from a whole different types of readers, I've heard that it's really good. So I'm just excited that I have it next to me and I'll get to read it soon. And then the third one is Gideon the Ninth. And this one's really intriguing. And if you remember from my shortlist nominations video, I predicted maybe it would be picked up. I don't remember if I said debut or science fiction, but And this one's weird because it's necromancy in space, and necromancy is very fantastical. That is a fantasy thing. So I'm excited to see this kind of genre blend thing, and I don't know. It looks cool. I'm excited, but I don't have that one yet. All right, now debut. Debut is easy to talk about because there's crossover. So Memory Called Empire and Gideon the Ninth are crossovers, but there was also 10,000 Doors of January, which I have just read. And so I feel like in this category, if I was a betting woman, I would say that it's going to be one of the science fictions that will get my vote, if only because I didn't really love or get obsessed with 10,000 Doors. I liked it well enough. I would recommend it to definitely certain readers in my life. It is a good book, but it really missed the mark for me because of its writing style. So that's where I land on that. And then short works, which I'm pretty excited about because I don't know why. I really love novellas and I never pick them up. And this year I've been doing better at picking up a few. And actually before the nominations from Sophia's channel, which I'll link below, I was told, hey, I should read the test. And I did that and I loved it. And it's one of the nominations, so I had already read it. And I was like, yes, and I was already obsessed with that book and I've already gushed about it on a tag video and a wrap up. So I was really excited about that. But also, This Is How You Lose the Time Wars on it. And when I was going through all the booktubers' best books of 2019, this came up a lot. And I know it's probably not for everyone. I'm just hoping that maybe it will be for me because it's been so many people's favorites. And I don't know. I'd rather love a book than hate it, obviously. And then the third one is a Becky Chambers book called To Be Taught If Fortunate. And I've only read one Becky Chambers. That was the first in the Wayfair series. Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet, I think, is its name. And I really liked her writing style. I think my only thing with that book is it's just very day in the life. And you have to be in a very specific mood for a day in the life book. And so I guess part of me is worried that a lot of her works are like that because I'm just not always into that plot narrative. But more than willing and excited to pick up a novella by her. So my overall reactions to the shortlist is excitement. Trepidation maybe, a little bit weirded out by the fantasy one. But I'm a glass half full to overfilling person. At least today I am, because I'm not hungry right now. It's amazing what food can do. So yeah, these were my reactions. If you have reactions, actually put a link down below. I've been actually trying to collect these all on a playlist for myself so I can watch them all and share it with people. So do that because the chances of me finding everyone's really slim because I'm just not good at Google sometimes. And yeah, or if you're not participating with a video, feel free to comment below what you think, and I will also link below all the Discord and announcement videos and things like that of interest, websites, all that good stuff. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.